Hello, welcome back to The Luxe Budget, a channel where we are eating, drinking, and living well, all without breaking the bank. I'm very excited about this week's wine tasting video because after a couple of misses going to the grocery store and picking things out by myself / with the help of the internet, I decided to go back to my favorite wine store, Verve Wines, and get a more curated recommendation based off of my price range and my preferences. And I'm so excited about this bottle because it was described to me as being spring in a bottle. And at March 25th, just after the beginning of spring, I am so ready for warmer weather. So today we have the Illahe Vineyards from Willamette Valley, Oregon. And what's exciting to me about a Viognier is that it's kind of the best of both worlds for me. So I love the tart crispness of a Sauvignon Blanc, but I also like the minerality and the slightly fuller body of a Chardonnay. And this typically sits somewhere in between there. So I'm really, really excited to try this bottle. Like most of the bottles that I purchased, this is under $30. It's $28, I believe, at the store that I went to. And I was just doing a little bit of research about the vineyard itself. This is coming from Illahe Vineyards, which was established about 25 years ago by the Ford family, and it's been a family-owned vineyard ever since then. It is grown in a warmer climate, which I guess it's a warm-ish climate, but not as warm as where a lot of Viognier grapes are grown. So I guess that typically leads to less alcohol content, which is interesting. All that being said, we're going to open it up and give it a try. This cork is a little intimidating because it's plastic, it looks like. And I've never seen that before, actually. But the good news is it's going in pretty smooth. I'm curious what the reasoning was for using a plastic cork. If it's just economical, if it does something to the wine. Oh! Okay, it's not plastic. It's cork, but that looks like a wax cap. Interesting. That makes a lot more sense to me. Also, I'm not sure if this is actually cork. I'm not sure how much it actually matters. I'm still very new to this. But, oh my gosh. It smells good. Okay, on the nose, it really does. It smells like spring. I'm getting maybe like a light stone fruit, like a white peach, or maybe like a nectarine or something like that. Not a stone fruit, like a plum or something a little bit like darker, but like maybe an apricot. It smells very good. I also smell like pineapple and something like a little bit floral. It's mostly fruit that I smell, but there's like an undertone of, I don't know what that is. Maybe jasmine. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can get more. I'm just gonna take a sip now. Guys. Oh, that's really good. It's a little bit fruitier, I want to say. No, maybe fruity's the wrong word. It sits on my tongue different than I thought it would. It smells a little bit more crisp, more acidic than the smell, it smells more crisp and acidic than it actually does taste. You get those notes, but there's like a there's a very balanced mouthfeel to it. And I was kind of expecting a little bit more of like a recoil from the tartness of it, which is super, super interesting. I don't know if that would be considered its minerality, but it's something along those lines where it gives you just a little something extra on the palate that you don't quite expect. Oh, this is actually very, very good. So then in terms of pairing, I feel like a seafood would go really well with this. I'm wondering if something like kind of fresh, but also a little creamy. I'm thinking like a shrimp with some herbs, maybe like cilantro or something, or maybe even like a shrimp in a green curry. That might taste good. Because I feel like that'll be heavy enough to meet the wine where it's at, but also a little bit brighter to bring out some of those fruitier notes. I think I mentioned before that I'm going to start doing one pairing video per week. So it'll be one tasting, one pairing video, because I want to put a lot more thought into what I'm recommending. And I also just want it to be sustainable. So I think we're going to do something along those lines for this. I got to think through it a little bit more to figure out what exactly I want to pair this with. Maybe do a little bit of research. But I will come back and hopefully you guys like whatever I put together. I will put a link to this. I don't earn any like money. I don't have a big enough audience for that. So it's just a link to the wine itself. And if you're interested, try it out. I don't know if you can find it at the same place I did. If you live in Chicago, I guess you could. But yeah, if you try it, let me know in the comments if I've missed something in what I'm tasting and smelling, or if you have a different idea of what it might pair well with. Obviously the options are limitless. There's no one right answer. I'm just going based off of what I feel like would taste good with this / what I have easily available to me. I hope you all have a great week. It's Tuesday for me and it's been a long week already, but I was very excited to try this wine. I'm really excited to create a pairing for it. And if you guys are also having kind of a long week already, I hope it gets better. Thank you for joining me. I hope that this was helpful. Cheers.